If only this horrible individual Ayomide was kept in prison at age 15, 3 other lives might have been spared. For those of you who missed the first episode of this story, let me bring you up to speed. This is the story of Ayomide Adeleye, 23-year-old, who is now in a police custody, accused of taking the life of Christiana Idowu, an 18-year-old student. Ayomide, who once knew Christiana as a friend, now sits behind bars, asking for forgiveness. But what truly happened? And does he deserve a second chance? Let's unravel this story step by step. Ayomide Adeleye claims to regret his actions and says he even tried to end his own life while in custody. Despite his remorseful words, the details of what he did to Christiana paint a dark and chilling picture. Ayomide had been away from home for over 6 months, studying philosophy at a university. During that time, Christiana Idowu, an 18-year-old student at Yaba College of Technology, contacted him several times, asking for help to repair her phone. They had known each other for 3 years through their church, and she trusted him. When Ayomide finally returned to Lagos, he let Christiana know he was back, and she came to visit him at his family's home in Ikorodu. It was around 5 p.m. when she arrived that fateful day. Ayomide took her phone, checked it, and realized it had a battery issue and a faulty screen. She wasn't prepared to replace the battery and just wanted a temporary fix. As she sat in his shop, focusing on his phone and scrolling through a TikTok video, Ayomide's thoughts turned dark. He later confessed that it was financial pressure that pushed him over the edge. He thought about his problems and in a moment of desperation decided to act. While Christiana was preoccupied with the phone, Ayomide attacked her. He saw the moment as a perfect chance as it was raining and he used the drizzle outside as a cover. He grabbed her and applied pressure until she could no longer struggle. In short, he strangulated her. In those last moments, she couldn't even cry out. Ayomide suppressed her, and soon Christiana's life was tragically taken. But Ayomide's actions didn't end there. He called Christiana's mother, pretending that she had been kidnapped, demanding a ransom for her safe return. He sent a picture of Christiana sitting in the shop, which he had taken before she passed. Her mother, a single parent, was thrown into panic. She pleaded with Ayomide, desperately trying to gather what little money she had to bring her daughter back home safely. With Christiana's body still in the shop, Ayomide began to plan how to dispose of it. That same night, around 11 p.m., he took a shovel and started digging in their backyard. The ground was softer for him to manage because of the rain, but he stated that this was a lot of strain and the shovel had broken, and he ended up with a shallow grave. Also, the night was long, so he had to go back the next morning. My besties, you can tell that this guy is a serial killer by his actions. When he realized that the grave wasn't deep enough to contain her, he even thought of cutting off some parts to make it easier for himself to bury her. My besties, these are the thoughts of a psychopath. So eventually, he went through all that pain of digging a hole with hands blistered and in the cold weather, in the rain, to finally bury this beautiful young girl without trace. Having committed this horrible act, this guy was still bold enough to call the mother of Christiana Idowu, pressuring her to send the money. She eventually managed to gather 350,000 naira and sent it to a betting account that he had provided, hoping for an escapism. Unfortunately, he couldn't withdraw the money from that account as he had to provide some personal details and verifications before he was able to withdraw the money. And that was his downfall. That was what the police used to track him down. Once he got the ransom, he cut off communication with her grieving mother completely. May God bless this woman's heart and keep her strong. So here's the thing, if only this horrible individual Ayomide was kept in prison at age 15, 3 other lives might have been spared. Because, my besties, let's uncover the truth. When he was arrested for Christiana Idowu's case, while investigating him, findings revealed that this wasn't his first crime. He was arrested at age 15 for an assault that left the victim seriously injured. In fact, he raped a girl and put her in coma. At age 19, he killed his ex-girlfriend and buried her in his family's compound. He has also been linked to the death of his own blood sister. Christiana Idowu is his latest victim. Now, after being caught for Christiana Idowu's case, he is expressing remorse and asks for forgiveness and a second chance. But the question remains, does he really and truly deserve one? Given his history, it seems he has had multiple chances to change, but instead continued to commit serious crimes. His actions appear to be driven by a harmful pattern of behavior, and many might argue that he should face the consequences of his actions to protect society. The question is whether he should be given another chance or if he should remain in prison for the safety of others. Considering his past, it is understandable that many would argue he should be held accountable for his actions and stay behind bars. This is a true crime of passion, a calculated, hunger-driven act of violence. Now, this murderer is asking for forgiveness as if that will bring back the girls. I struggle to understand what he is truly remorseful for. Is it the girl he assaulted at 15? Is it his ex-girlfriend? Or perhaps the sister he killed? Or is it his latest victim, Christiana? If he was bold enough to take the life, to wipe the life of his own blood sister from the surface of this earth, does he think that we are so naive enough to believe that he has changed, that he's truly remorseful? It is important to spread this message so people recognize his true nature. Share this video to mark his face and remind people of who he really is, someone who needs to be remembered for his horrific actions. He should be held accountable, and we need to protect ourselves and others from people like him. This case is not an isolated one. Think of Celine and Afiba, who went to meet a man for fun but never returned. What about Mojisola, who went to a hotel to keep a guy company but was never seen again? Or Olivia, who met a guy on a dating app and ended up tied to a chair and tortured when she arrived at the hotel to spend some time with him. These are just a few examples, and it shows that we cannot always trust those around us. It's a harsh reality that even some family members can be dangerous. These things are not happening only in West Africa. There is a case that recently happened in India. A medical doctor was raped brutally that she ended up dying. Or is it about Rebecca Cheptegei, who was set ablaze by her evil ex-boyfriend? Please guys, be careful out there, because there are a lot of psychopaths preying on the life of others. They find satisfaction in doing these kind of things. They appear to be harmless, they appear to be friends, but had a hidden agenda. Always be cautious of your surroundings and the people you associate with. Even those close to you can sometimes harbor dangerous intentions. Trust your instincts and prioritize your safety above all. Shalom guys, take care of yourself. If you find this content wealthy, please share this video, subscribe, comment, and like the video. Shalom, it's your girl Susie. Until next time, explorers, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.